All right, it's James Hill with ABC News 7 here in Sarasota. We are joined by the Vice Mayor and Commissioner, Mr. Kyle Battie. Kyle, first and foremost, I hope you and the family are well and everybody at City Hall is well. How are you doing today, sir?
I feel blessed, man. Thank you very much for asking. And I hope your family and everyone is safe and sound as well.
It's been
Yeah,
a
I feel
long,
blessed here.
definitely. It's been a long 13 days, if you will, in terms of the destruction of the storm that kind of moved through the Suncoast. When you think about the storm from a city perspective and from your personal perspective, what are you seeing out there and what was it like for you personally?
Well, I was working a lot in terms of doing interviews, but so I was back and forth from my home to City Hall during the storm, to be honest. There weren't, of course, during the storm, there was no one on the streets. A lot of people evacuated, particularly out on the Berry Islands. The storm left, a lot of damage, down trees and down wires and so on in its wake. But after the storm, I saw a lot of people out working together, working with one another, a lot of neighbors, particularly in my neighborhood, working with one another and trying to help each other, get through this. A lot of times in these circumstances, in these situations, it's very traumatic for a lot of people, particularly those that are not used to this and never been through it. But when you have the support system of your neighbors, it makes things a lot easier for you to manage and to get through and to deal with it, particularly with children, people that have animals. They don't want to leave their homes, the place where they reside and lay their head, where they feel comfortable and they feel safe. To have you yourself go through that personally, but the things that you work so hard to achieve and to attain, just be kind of put in harm's way or put in jeopardy in that way can be very, very traumatic for a lot of people. So it's never easy coming out of this. As I said, if you live here in Florida, you've been through these things and you know the drills, so to speak. But to be honest, the efforts of our leadership here in the city, be it the Sarasota, the police department, the county sheriff's department, the city of Sarasota and the county working hand in hand. Again, public works, IT department, parks and rec, solid waste. All these men and women out there just pitching in and doing what they can to ensure the safety of residents here in Sarasota, and even residents, in surrounding municipalities, particularly down in Fort Myers and Naples. We had people that were down there picking up people out of their homes and rescuing them off the streets that were flooded. Our city auditor and clerk, she and her family were trapped down there and had to be airboated out of the flood down in, I think it was Port Charlotte. We had employees here that lost everything, particularly a gentleman in the parking department. He lost everything. But guess what? These people, the city auditor and clerk and the gentleman in the parking department, they managed to come to work every day with a smile on their face and just feel blessed to even be here. So those are the types of things that I've seen after the storm. Those types of stories.
When you have a plethora of a cross section of people who come into the Suncoast, people from all over. I remember stopping by Robarts Arena, the parking lot, and I met some gentlemen. I said, "Hey, sir, where are you from?" They said, "Man, we just rolled in from Kansas City, and we're here to help the effort to trim back some trees and get debris out of the way and that sort of thing." Can you talk about the efforts you're seeing from people coming in from everywhere?
I tell you what, operation at Robart Sports Arena. Now, I spoke to a gentleman that I know that works a lot with the military and has a lot of military contracts. He himself said it was probably the most organized and well coordinated